Hi, beautiful people. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Wow, I've been thinking lately, especially after seeing the movie The Head. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. It's on Netflix. It was, first of all, released at the cinemas, but the executive director, who was also an actor in that movie, Daniel Etim, thought it was wise to bring it on Netflix. He wasn't wrong, but nothing prepared me for that movie. This is not a movie critic session or rating session. This is real life. Oh, wow. That movie was so deep. You know, I've heard about kidnapping. I've never experienced it. I've never had family that has been kidnapped, but it's something that has been reoccurring in the country where I'm from, Nigeria. These bandits, so as they call themselves these days, are just everywhere. And watching that movie, I remember I had to take pauses and I was just weeping. I wasn't crying, I was literally weeping because I mean, you hear about these things, but it's like, this is now like the visualization of what goes into these things, the trauma that the victims are left with. Because I don't know how someone can remain the same after getting kidnapped and maybe being released. For many Nigerians, The Head isn't just a movie, it's a harsh reality that hits so close to the heart. And especially as we're approaching the festive season right now, I just couldn't keep quiet on a few things. And don't take this video as a crisis video, rather than take it as a video that is just bringing more light and more understanding on the gravity of the situation that we face in Nigeria as a country. Growing up, the festive period was a season that I looked forward to. After a school year, I know that I'm going to Benin City. That's my hometown. You know, if you're a Nigerian, or not, if you're a Nigerian that was outside the country, or even if you're in Lagos or any city, you know that going back home was a thing. You know, it was important. Going back to see your grandparents, your cousins. And I remember, as little as I can remember, my family would charter a bus, you know, because we're a lot in the Lagos. So we'll just enter together, have this road trip. It was about 4 hours from Lagos to Benin City. You know, life was so simple. And it's so sad right now that people can no longer do that. I mean, countries are warning their citizens against even going home to Nigeria. I want you guys to understand that this kidnapping thing is not just something that's happening in the northern states. It's happening everywhere. Bust my head just last week, the same Edo state where I come from, a couple that just came back from a trip or something, they entered their house and kidnappers, bandits, have kidnapped them. And they're putting a 10 million naira bill on each of their heads. I don't even know. I don't even have the heart to even follow up with that story. I don't know what the government is doing. I know the government is trying their best, but it's just so wild that this is what Nigeria has come to. A country that used to have so much unity. Now they are warning, other countries are warning their citizens to be careful. You can't go back to Nigeria right now and move freely on the road without having a mopole system, police people escorting you to your destination. How many average Nigerians that are coming back home can actually afford that? Let's be real, how many of us can afford that? I'd like to take you guys back a bit to how this kidnapping thing started. Not saying that kidnapping was not a thing already, it was a thing, but when I say kidnapping, I mean like the mass kidnapping, where they come and kidnap a ridiculous amount of people. And this back dates to 2014. I'm sure a lot of you can remember that was when I think this group of headsmen called the Boko Haram, that was the first time I'd ever heard about them. They raided a school, an all-girls school in Chibok, Borno State, and they kidnapped 279 girls. 279 girls. And this was such a trend. To many, it was a trend. To many, I remember a lot of celebrities, both international and local celebrities, had this hashtag, bring back our girls. It's just so sad that to today, some of the girls are still missing. Nowhere to be found. They're missing. Oh wow. And since then, as sad as it is, these kidnappings have been recurring. In fact, right now, government is saying that the Boko Haram, they no longer exist. It's now some Fulani headsmen or bandits that are coming to kidnap people. I don't even understand. They go to communities, they go to schools, they go anywhere. They're everywhere waiting for the next batch of innocent lives to kidnap. And the craziest thing about this kidnapping is that it's not even strategic. Excuse me for saying that. You're not even kidnapping like a president's son or a governor's son. You know how those days when you kidnap a certain caliber of person, you know that they can pay the ransom. They are kidnapping random people. They are kidnapping our traders, our students. They're kidnapping our coppers, people that they don't even have any profiling. They just kidnapping any kind of Tom, Dick, and Harry. In 2021 as well, there was also a kidnapping in Zamfara State, where they also kidnapped 279 girls. I'm sorry, I mixed up the figures. The Chibok girls were 276, and the girls from Zamfara State were 279, kidnapping our girls. And the sad part is that some of these girls, they force themselves on them, force them to be wives, impregnate them. That's like why they're kidnapping the girls. Bandits, are your girls finished? Don't you have women in your own nation, in your own area? There are no girls that you have to come to our communities and kidnap our girls. I don't understand. I literally don't understand what the rave is for our own girls, like these decent school girls, young girls. In a high school, what is the age range? I was 9 years old when I was in year 7. 9. I was about 16, 15, 16 when I graduated from high school. So that's to tell you the age range of girls in these schools. What are you doing with these babies? Let's even come closer to date. Let's not even, like 2014 years, 2021, okay, but 2025, over 300 students and staff have been kidnapped. 2 weeks ago, a church was raided by bandits. I think just last week, about 15 girls from a high school, I don't know the name of the high school, they were kidnapped and their principal also was shot dead. What are we doing? I know the government is trying, but what is going on? Like, what did we do? Like, Nigeria, what did we do? Like, what did we do to deserve this? This is a very important information because it ruins lives. The children that are supposed to be the leaders of tomorrow have no more future because they've been kidnapped. I've never been kidnapped before, but I know that there's no way you go in there and come back the same. It has to take the special intervention of God to actually be okay after that. The traumatic experience. When you think about the movie The Head as a Nigerian or as anybody who has emotions to feel, you realize it's not just a story. You can feel the pain. There was so much pain and emotions in that movie. And like I said at the beginning of this video, it hits so hard because it's so close. It's so close to home. It is exactly what is going on in my dear country, Nigeria, where once used to be a safe zone, When my mom started sending me out to buy things from the nearby market when I was just like 9 years old because it was safe. Because the only reason why she wants us to come back home is so that my dad does not come back home and find out that we went out. But now, the reason, if I was a child in this generation in Nigeria, the reason would be the fear of my child getting kidnapped. It's so sad that even my son Liam might never ever get to go to Nigeria because I'm so scared of that country. Last month I was over in Nigeria and I remember how scared I was. I just kept on reminding myself that, oh Tiff, you're here for a church program, so nothing bad or evil can prevail or come to pass. It didn't change the fact that it was such a scary place to be at the time. Traveling back home as a Nigerian, I can't stop you. Nobody can stop you because you possibly want to see your family. If my family was back home, I would go. Just like how I had a church program this year that I couldn't miss. I went, but I took some safety measures to heart. And that was not keeping late nights. We did not keep late nights at all, my husband and I. And to God be the glory, the church we even attended the conference at, there was a particular time service ended. Nothing was eaten up into the night, Be very, very careful and vigilant. Don't think it's only the northern states. Like I said, somebody in Edo State, they were just kidnapped in their own house. You have to be very wise. If you are going to your hometown from Lagos, if you can't afford the whole mobile thing, I would say don't even go because it's not safe. You have to be very, very careful and vigilant this festive period. Some outings are not necessary. You don't have to do the obli and everything. Just be careful because just think about it. God forbid, if anything happens to you, like you're going home to see your parents, okay, fine. What if, and you have your nuclear family wherever you reside in? God forbid if you get kidnapped now, what will happen? Ask yourself very well, like, do I need to take that trip back home right now? I'm not trying to put fear into people going back home, but this is just the harsh reality. This is what is in the media. This is not make believe. This is not because of a movie that we've seen something, oh, these things might happen. It's actually happening. There's statistics and numbers to these things that are happening. There's kidnappings and killings. Of course, God is the ultimate protector, but we also have to be wise. And the word is enough for the wise. So share this video with somebody. Have you seen the head? How did you feel about it? Especially what is going on right now in the country, Nigeria. How did it make you feel? How are you planning to stay safe this festive period? Please share in the comments. It can help anybody. I remain your favorite Nigerian based in Ghana YouTuber, Tiffany Aweka. Bye.